Hello everyone, Syed here bringing you a new and exciting episode of The Bottom Line. After indeed a very long time, life gets in the way of podcasting at times, but looking forward to getting back into it consistently and providing you all with all the updates in the world of crypto and also cybersecurity. It has been a year since the podcast began, and each and every one of you day one supporters are remembered. The goal is to continue providing you with great educational content here, right? As we continue to grow, the content will be obviously here on the podcast and then on our social medias as well, specifically TikTok and YouTube. If you already don't, please be sure to follow on TikTok, where I post educational TikToks on crypto and InfoSec related material, as well as YouTube, where lengthy videos and tutorials and content can be found, and will continue to be uploaded as time goes on for your needs and for you to learn. For this episode, I will be going over the crypto market, a brief overview of the crypto market, and then also a few projects that I have my eyes on, and then the rest of the episode I'm going to be talking about the Log4j vulnerability that may or may not have impacted you or your business. So without further ado, let's get started. Now let's get started with the crypto market update, as we're going to be looking at CoinMarketCap. That's what I'll be referring to. Just note that during the time of this recording, so Sunday, December 19th, 10:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So these are the prices that I'll be talking about. So right now, as shown on CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin is sitting at around 46,591 USD. 24 hour, it's down. So within the past day, it's down 2.69%. And within the past week, it's down 4.86%. And then there's Ethereum that's hovering around the 3,800, 3,900 USD range, eventually going to 4,000, 4,100, but then going back into there. And over the last 7 days, it's been down 2.59%, and in the past 24 hours, it's been down 2.71%. But for those saying that this is a bear market, right, I think Ethereum is doing real good in this bear market. And I think once all this FUD and all that, and then also the implications of the Omicron variant settle down, I think Ethereum set to boom basically and go up. That's just my opinion. Again, as always said on this podcast, it's not financial advice, but I do feel like Ethereum is a great long-term hold. Another coin that is doing great right now is Avalanche. As Avalanche in this past week has been up 19.11%. For those of you that don't know what Avalanche is, let me just give you a quick breakthrough of what it is. It's basically it's basically a layer 1 blockchain, right, that functions as a platform for decentralized applications and custom blockchain networks. As known, or as some of you may have heard, it's like the Ethereum killer, right? And I'm quoting CoinMarketCap here. It says, aiming to unseat Ethereum as the most popular blockchain for smart contracts. It aims to do so by having a higher transaction output of up to 6,500 TPS while not compromising scalability. And then one thing about Avalanche is that the network, it's kind of unique. It has 3 individual blockchains. One's the X chain, one is the C chain, and one's the P chain. And each of these chains have a specific purpose, which is basically the difference from a different approach to the blockchain that we see with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And with Bitcoin and Ethereum, all their nodes are being used to validate all the transactions, right? But with Avalanche blockchains, each of these chains have a different consensus mechanism based on their use cases. So that's what Avalanche is. Again, I'll be talking more about Avalanche and these specific chains in the future and what each chain does. But that's one coin that's been soaring lately, and I believe in November it did hit its all-time high of about 135, and that's personally when I sold and took profits. But this is again a long-term hold for sure, because it's currently ranked number 10 and it still has a long way to go, in my opinion. So Again, not financial advice, but hold strong. For meme coins, you got Shiba Inu that's been down. It's been down 14.96% over the last week. Matic, a scaling solution for Ethereum, that's another great long-term hold, and it's up 6.41% this past week. So that's something that you might want to put on your watch list. And then there's also let's see here, the Crow token. So Crow is something I want to talk about in future episodes. Maybe I'll do a video on it on YouTube. But crypto.com, I really believe in this project. I in fact got their Ruby Red card as the Ruby Red prepaid card, and you get 2% back of Crow. Plus, you get Spotify reimbursed. They also have their Kronos network doing well for them, and then there's also VVS Finance on their Kronos network that I will talk about. So that we'll save that for a later episode / video or even TikTok. But that's a coin to keep your eye on, especially in the coming week or so, because of the naming change, as Staples Center in Los Angeles is gonna be changed to Crypto.com Arena when the Los Angeles Lakers host the Brooklyn Nets on Christmas Day, which is in fact 6 days from now. So I feel like it's definitely gonna go up. And if you're trying to like do a little pump where like you want to like just buy in for a short term, I feel like it could go up and you could make some profits. Right now it's sitting at 51 cents down this week, but I got in really early. I got in at like 17 cents. So I'm just enjoying the ride, but 51 cents, not a bad price at all to get into this and the crypto.com, like their platform and stuff like that. So definitely a crypto to look at. What else is there? And then we have Hadira Hashgraph that's up 24.55% right now. For those of you that don't know what Hadira Hashgraph, also known as H-bar, is, it's basically a sustainable enterprise grade public network for the decentralized economy that allows like individuals and businesses to create decentralized applications, which are also known as DApps. It's designed to be like a fairer and more efficient system that eliminates some of the limitations that like the older blockchain based platforms face, such as like low performance, instability. But low performance, pretty much like the transactions per second, right? So that's just a high level thing. And also like H-bar, it also has something called Hadira Services, which pretty much provides smart contracts, file storage, and regular transactions. And then also it's used to help secure the networks, and H-bar users can stake their tokens to assist with maintaining the integrity of the platform. So it's a proof of stake platform, as many of these coins are, such as Avalanche and Solana. Solana has proof of history as well, but that's for another topic. And Ethereum is looking to switch into proof of stake as well, right? So that's another project that like that's been up this week. What else is there? VeChain is taking a hit. It's at 8 cents right now at the recording of this. What else is there? Cosmos is down 8.48% the recording of this podcast. Sandbox is down to 491. What else? Anything that pops my eye? Awe has been up 4.20% over this week. Harmony 1 was pumping just today and like this whole week. In fact, it's up 22.65% this week and 8.78% today. It's sitting at 22 cents right now, 23 cents, so 0.2281 cents right now. And Harmony 1 is another one of those proof of stake coins that are kind of like Avalanche basically, right? And they're set to rise. It's set to rise. I really love Harmony One, and it's a blockchain platform designed to facilitate the creation and use of like DApps, right? Just like we saw with Hadira, and like their network aims to innovate the way decentralized application work by focusing on random state sharding, which allows creating blocks in seconds, And according to the project's website, Harmony is expected to introduce cross-shard contracts and a cross-chain infrastructure by the end of 2021. I personally holding this project strong, and like always, do your own due diligence. But this is a coin that is extremely undervalued right now. So you wanna get into this right now. If right now is a good time to get in. For sure, because it's really undervalued right now. What else is there in the top 100 on CoinMarketCap? We have there was one coin that I wanted to talk about that was in the top 100, and it was doing pretty well this week, and that's called Rwave. It's at currently rank 67, so Rwave, ticker AR. And what exactly is this coin? I'm just going to give you a high level overview of this coin. It's basically a decentralized storage network. So right now, I guess like everyone uses cloud for their storage, right? So what Rwave is, it's a decentralized storage network that seeks to offer a platform to for the indefinite storage of data, right? They describe themselves as a collectively owned hard drive that never forgets. The network primarily hosts the PermaWeb, which is the PermaWeb, and it's a permanent decentralized web with a number of community-driven applications and platform. And basically, the Rwave network uses its native cryptocurrency AR to pay the miners to indefinitely store the network's information. So again, storage is a huge thing, and this project is great to hold long term, because I feel like it's going to be a great long term hold as well, just because storage, everybody needs storage, and storage is going to be one of the major things in the decentralized world. So another project that's doing really well this week, and in the past 24 hours, it's up 6.79%. So that's something you might want to keep an eye out on this week. There's also Yearn.finance, which is up 50.85% this week. What is Yearn.finance? Ticker YFI. It's basically a aggregator service for decentralized finance investors, using automation to allow them to maximize profits from yield farming. Its goal is to simplify the ever-expanding DeFi space for investors who are not technically minded or who wish to interact in a less committal manner than serious traders. So basically, it does the staking or yield farming for you. Yield farming basically is a form of staking that allows you to earn profits or like profits basically, right? In a percentage, and you loan your coins, you lock up your coins in a farm, and then basically it produces a yield. I know VVS Finance has a yield farm that where you can convert your crypto.com into VVS, and then basically stake it on a yield farm, and you get massive amount of yields. Again, yield farming I'll talk about in another episode, but this is the market overview so far. Again, lots of good stuff going on. Bitcoin and Ethereum are still I guess staying intact, but I feel like a major run up is imminent in the future. I know a lot of people are saying bear market, but I don't think so. So we'll see. But yeah, now let's talk about some of the projects that I have my watch on. Some coins that might be underrated or like undervalued in my opinion. I know I said Harmony One was undervalued, but there's a few other ones that I have my watch list. So Gala, ticker GALA. Now, what is Gala? It's basically a gaming industry coin, basically, as Gala Games aims to take the gaming industry into a different direction by giving players back control over their games. Their mission is to make blockchain games that like you would actually want to play, right? The project wants to change the fact that players can spend hundreds of dollars on in-game assets and countless hours spent playing the game, which can be taken away from them with the click of a button. It plans to reintroduce creative thinking into games by giving players control of the games and in-game assets with the help of blockchain technology. NFTs also come into play, where players can own these NFTs and influence the governance of games within the Gala Games ecosystem. And then the founders nodes voting mechanisms allows players to influence what games Gala should develop and what games should get funding. And then aside from like buying NFTs for specific games, right, you can also utilize Gala, their utility token. And so far, Gala Games has released one playable game, which is Townstar, and an NFT collective series of VOX. And they plan to release more games in the future, such as fantasy RPG game, a sci-fi strategy game, and a tower defense game. So gaming is one of the sectors, and you can get these sectors of crypto on CoinGecko.com, where basically like it's divided into Web3, gaming, metaverse. That's all you've been hearing right in the crypto world, and you can categorize them into these sub markets, you could say, right? And there you can see which coin is pumping, which sector is dumping, which sector is pumping, and yeah. So this covers the gaming aspect of it, you know, like the gaming, getting yourself into the gaming in DeFi, in decentralized apps. So Gala is one of them. There's also basic attention token, which is BAT. Now, basic attention token, quickly go over it, but basically what it is the Brave browser. It's basically a secure version of Chrome that basically gives you BAT token. Where if you use the Brave browser, you're rewarded with their native token called BAT for using their browser. Essentially, that's what it is. And if you do, for those of you that do use Brave, you've probably been accumulating a bunch of basic attention token. So just for using a browser, a privacy browser, I feel like this is a given to have on your watch list, because you can accumulate these and then yeah. So this was another one on my watch list that I wanted to let you all know about. There's also Ethereum name service, which is basically like DNS, like domain name service. You know, like what domain name service does is like it maps a website, like the website name, to an IP address, right? So same idea here with Ethereum name service. Like an Ethereum wallet address can now be mapped to English words, you know, like you don't have to you don't have to enter an Ethereum address. You can put in a word instead that maps to it, a word that's in readable human format. So Ethereum name service as Ethereum looks to grow is a great project to look into, because I feel like Ethereum name service will be leveraged for sure, because people want to make it easier to be able to read the Ethereum addresses, right? So definitely something that you want to look into. Bonfida is the same idea, so ticker FIDA, but instead of Ethereum, it's basically DNS for the Solana blockchain, so like Solana addresses. So it's basically going to map the Solana addresses to readable format. And yeah, so that's one of them. And then obviously I talked about VVS Finance. VVS Finance is basically a cross-platform for decentralized finance on the Kronos network, you know, and Kronos network is on crypto.com. So I feel like this coin has a potential to be something like the Binance Smart Chain, you know, not right now, not in the next 1 or 2 years, but like long term, I think 4 or 5 years. With the success of crypto.com, I feel like VVS Finance will continue to grow. And right now it's dirt cheap. It's like at 0.000, so 4/10 of a zero, 6.263 cents. So it's down 8.72%. But definitely has potential in the long run. So it's dirt cheap right now. You can definitely look to get into it if your own due diligence and research convinces you to. And let's look at a few more here. So we got I had a few more projects. Ben Kui. Okay, so ticker QI. That is basically a decentralized non-custodial liquidity market protocol built on Avalanche's smart contract network. So basically what Aave does to Ethereum, Ben Kui is looking to do to do on Avalanche, and right now it's trading at only like I think 15 cents right now, but it's bound to go up as Avalanche and as Avalanche gets more traffic into it, more users into it, people are going to want to have a non-custodial liquidity market protocol, right, on the network. Just like there's Aave on Ethereum, there's going to be Ben Kui on Avalanche. So this is undervalued in my opinion right now. So definitely take a look into this, as this could go up. And then there's also a few more that I wanted to mention, so I'll quickly go through them. Just going on my watch list right now and checking them out. There is also one called Lossless. Now, Lossless, this is going to be a great way to transition into talking about Log4j, because this is a what is Lossless? Like, let's talk about this for a little bit. Let's because I feel like again, cybersecurity and security in general is mandatory everywhere. Everywhere there's technology, it's mandatory. Now, what is Lossless? Lossless is a hack mitigation tool for token creators. Its protocol freezes fraudulent transactions based on a set of fraud identification parameters and returns stolen funds back to the owner's account. Now, it was founded in Q1 of 2021 by a team of blockchain, cybersecurity, fintech, DeFi, and cryptocurrency experts. Now, I'm in the belief that you need to diversify your portfolio a little bit. So you have the big boys, right? You have Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then you want to look at scaling in layer 2 for Ethereum. So you're gonna have your Polygons of the world, you're gonna have your ZK rollup, all those coins. We'll talk about that in future episodes. If you're losing me here, don't worry about that. But you're gonna have that in your portfolio, right? You're gonna have scaling solutions, Ethereum scaling solutions. You might have something like Stacks. Like Stacks is a crypto, is a project that's gonna bring like NFTs to Bitcoin. You might have that for diversity. But then you also have something for Web3, for example. For Web3, you can have something like Ethereum name service, right? You can have other coins as well for Web3, right? And then Metaverse, you can have Decentraland or Sandbox, and then there's also but like, yeah, so those are like how you can diversify your portfolio, right? But I also believe that security shouldn't be taken lightly, because as we see outside of DeFi, we see hacks happening every day, right? As we're going to talk about on the vulnerability with the Log4j, right? We see it happening everywhere. We see it happening in crypto. We see it happening in the outside world as well, right? And that's where, like, I think in their portfolio you should have something related to security, and that's where Lossless comes in. And it's a coin that I believe it's really undervalued right now. It's at 78 cents right now, US, and I feel like with the hype around crypto and crypto not dying down anytime soon, I think security is going to be crucial. So it's another project that I wanted to look into. No, I have been looking into, but like I wanted you guys to know about and perhaps look into. Right now you can get it on KuCoin or Gate.io, or obviously use a DEX like Uniswap, right, to get into it. So yeah, those wraps up my coins that, or projects I should say, that I have on my watch list. There's a few more that I have, which I'll save for another episode. But yeah, that wraps up the crypto talk. Let's talk about, let's switch gears now actually, as Lossless was a great project to end on, because now we're going to talk about Log4j. Now, Log4j, what exactly is Log4j? Let's talk about it. Now, let's backtrack a little and talk about Java. Java is a programming language that I'm sure you've come across, right? Either you use it, or someone you know may use it, or an application you run may use it, such as a web server, So now what Log4j is, it provides logging. to these Java applications. So for example, Minecraft servers or iCloud or Twitter or Apache servers, like the list goes on. Now, when these logs come in, they're supposed to be in a non-executable state, right? Now, what this vulnerability is doing is that it's allowing these logs, these strings, right? The strings are stored as logs. It's allowing these strings to reach out to external servers. And basically, these external servers could be hackers, like there could be anybody behind these external servers. Now, this external server would use something like LDAP to retrieve these logs, right? These strings that are vulnerable. Now, once they receive these strings, they can execute these strings that are not supposed to be executable. But they get into the wrong hands of a hacker, and the hacker can execute these. Now, once that hacker execute these strings, right, that they're not supposed to have, this causes something called remote code execution. Now, what is remote code execution? It basically gives someone unauthorized access. So that someone could be a hacker, right, or a state actor, like someone that's not allowed to be on the network goes into your network. Now, what's the ramifications of that? Well, I mean, they could pretty much like go deeper into your system, use this as a pivot point, and then go deeper and deeper into your system, and then pretty much get more information, gather more information about your organization or your system, and then put a ransomware to it. Now, once they put a ransomware to it, they're pretty much going to ask you for money for this leaked data, and this data could be confidential, or they could sell this data on the dark web. Or something lighter, like I told you, like the worst case scenario, but something lighter they could do is set up a crypto miner, like Monero, like a Monero miner or something like that. So those are the ramifications, just some of the ramifications that could happen. Now, how do you fix this? There's been patches going around, and you can pretty much update your Apache servers or your Log4j, wherever you're using it, and patching, aka upgrading to the latest application, is the best way to mitigate against this. So yeah, that's essentially what it was at a very high level. I didn't go too in depth. I want to make sure here at the bottom line that everybody of all skill levels, technical, non-technical, whatever it may be, can understand what's going on with any type of vulnerability, right? So I hope that helped to understand what this is and how it could impact you or your business or your systems, and get patching. That's all I can say, and perhaps if you want to learn more, you can Hack the Box has a very good tutorial on how this works, and like at a very high level for those of you that wanna like look deeper into it. It starts out high level, and then you can go deep into it and see how it can be exploited. Again, this started out with the Minecraft exploit, and then now it's like everywhere. Everything that uses Java is vulnerable to this. So make sure you get updating, and patching. That's the best way to defend against this. Chrome also released a few updates to their browser to deal with a few 0 days. So make sure you update your Google Chrome. And the Log4j was the major thing that I wanted to talk about. But if there's anything else that pops up in the cybersecurity world, I'll be sure to talk about it for sure in the coming weeks and next episodes ahead. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, it's been a while since an episode was posted, but I thought now would be a good time to start doing podcasting again consistently, and providing you guys with great updates. As always, if you want the latest updates, be sure to follow us on TikTok at @thebottomline_DS, or subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow, aka subscribe to us on YouTube, as you can also find more detailed content there, with of course the visual aspect. Here on the podcast, you're just probably chilling and trying to listen, right, on a good topic. So be sure to check those out, and I'll be sure to make more content here on the podcast as well for you guys consistently. And as always, appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you for all the support. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye now.